Hey, g'day, Pat. Congratulations, mate. Just a general feeling on how that feels and what that means to the group and just the scenes on the pitch after that final wicket.
No, really. I mean, one of just immense satisfaction for me. Yeah, I think everyone's just totally elated. It's, winning at home, winning the Ashes series was huge. But winning overseas just doesn't happen very often. It's been a real toil for the last, even 25, 30 days really. The tour to come over here. We knew it was going to be totally different to, I guess, normal life in Australia, different conditions, and to come away with a series win is just hugely satisfying.
And I'd just like to ask about the declaration, just your thoughts on how that played out yesterday, how you slept on that sort of last night going into the final day of the series, and what you're most pleased with on what the boys executed today.
Yeah, I think, got that one pretty much bang on with hindsight. I would have liked 1 or 2 wickets overnight, but the trend was with the new ball. First 30 overs or 40 overs is tough to take wickets, especially top order wickets. And then after that, once the ball softens, starts to reverse, the run rate kind of slows right down. So I knew them going at close to 3 and over for over 100 overs, they were going to have to bat exceptionally well.
Mel Farrell, please.
Thanks, Brian. Hey, Pat. Just a bit further on that, can you, I guess, express, it must have been complete faith in yourself and the other bowlers to actually take those wickets. Can you describe that for us, how strong that faith was in you to make that declaration? And also just, I guess, bigger picture, if you look on it as Operation Subcontinent, how important a step is this for you, and how does it, set you up, I think, for the upcoming tours?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. We won in the Ashes, but to be really tested overseas, the amount of confidence we'll get out of winning over here, not just as a team, but so many individuals. Every individual had their moment and has shown that their game stands up to Asian conditions. So it's huge for Sri Lanka later in the year, India next year. That's awesome. I think for the bowlers, huge faith. Quick bowlers probably surprisingly had a bigger role in this match than we perhaps thought. Reverse kind of started pretty early and tended to hang around the whole until you got a new ball. So just thought the way both Cam and Mitch bowled, just had complete confidence I'm going to go probably 2 and over. And then Nathan Lyon is bowling fantastic. It's as well as I've seen him bowl. I think just huge. He just parked himself up one end and goes at 2 runs and over. Feels like he's creating wicket chance the whole time. So had huge confidence overnight.
Andrew Ramsey, please.
Thanks, Brian. Hi, Pat, and congrats. Probably a bit early for reflections, but having led your first tour to the subcontinent, is there an obvious thing that stands out that you need to kind of look at or work on before you head to Sri Lanka for the next one, apart from maybe some crash DRS lectures or something?
Yeah, probably need to get a little bit better at them. I don't think anything obvious. It's probably potentially not as spinning conditions here as we might get in Sri Lanka, but I think in the past, Asian tours that I've been on, there's a lot of talk leaving when we leave Australia that we've got to change everything about our game to succeed over here. I think this is a good lesson that the basics of batting or bowling that make you a good player in Australia can hold up over here. So if anything, I think it's reaffirmed that our games will hold up.
Babar Azam, please.
Thanks, Brian. Hey, Pat, you spoke about having to play the long game to win in the subcontinent. So can you just talk about how difficult it was to stay patient? You didn't really over-attack at any point today. Just kind of, all of you stuck to your plans. and backed yourself?
Yeah, we kind of, Andrew McDonald and myself have been kind of saying that a lot, that it's a 15-day test match. It's so back-to-back type, but I didn't expect it to go right down to the last session on the 15th day. I think it's one of those ones where you want to try and speed up the game, you want to try and create things and make things happen, but if there's nothing in the pitch, if the ball's soft, you can't just magic things out of thin air. So you've got to take your medicine at the time. I think you saw that in the first test match. Absolutely, you'd love to push for a result in every test match, but it's sometimes just not possible. So I thought the way we stuck at it, we were attritional for the whole series. Walked away last week, still their heads up high, confident this week. Just, really proud of the group.
Steve Larkin, please.
Thanks, Megas. Hi, Pat. Can I just ask your personal reflections? Can you compare the feelings now to the Ashes and B, also, obviously only Benno and Taylor have won in Pakistan to be, I guess, mentioned in that sort of esteemed company so far. Just your personal reflections on those two. Thanks.
Yeah, I think a little bit different. I think the Ashes came quickly. And it was satisfying. But I think this was kind of the first big tour where I wasn't a new captain anymore. We were flying off overseas, foreign conditions. It felt like kind of a group of 30 odd people here, players and staff, on a mission to try and win the series. And me as captain takes a big responsibility in that. So I think this one in particular is just incredibly satisfying. It's shown that our group here is a very good cricket team, and just a really good home. Wasn't an anomaly.
Shahid Hashmi, please. Shahid, are you there? Shahid? Waqar Safa, please. Waqar Safa.
Hi there. What is the key to your success as a fast bowler in these conditions? I mean, do you have to bowl much fuller here as compared to back in Australia?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think you've got to hit the stumps more. I think in Australia, you can rely on the outside edge carrying to the slip cordon or gully a lot more than you can here. I think you've seen for the most of the series, we've only had one slip in. And with legal edges, it's just never going to carry to second, third gully. So you've probably got to attack the stumps, try and beat the batters on the inside of the edge more. So that's been an adjustment. I think you've just got to know that it's hard work. You've got to accept that your jobs might not be there to try and take a big bag of wickets. It might be to soften up the ball, roughen up the ball, bowl some short stuff into the batters to try and create something. You've got to put your kind of ego away over here a bit more than in Australia, I think.
Adris Malik, please.
Thank you, Brian. Pat, congratulations, excellent performance, especially you took the decision and proved it right. After 24 years, the same decision, 1-0 win. Everything was fantastic. Do you have any wish to now just get some memories from Lahore and to see Lahore before going back to Australia?
I'm heading back pretty quickly. We only get a small break. But the one-day squad will stay around. But for sure, love to come back to Pakistan. Hopefully next time can experience a bit more of it. I can't thank the people enough. We've been incredibly well looked after. The fans, the players, everyone's been incredibly welcoming. So I'm sure I'll be back hopefully, and when I am, can get out and see people.
Two more questions now, please. First of all, Lachlan.
Thanks, Brian. Hey, Pat. Obviously, first test series now done with Andrew McDonald there as interim coach. What did you make of him across this series, being there in charge of you guys? And has it changed your belief or any of your teammates' belief about seeing him in the role full term in the future?
Yeah, he's fantastic. Not unexpected. He's just a great operator. The boys absolutely love him. Very diligent, very thorough, strategic, very organised. So he's a huge part of this tour win. His preparation and all the support staff. It's not just the 11 players that walk out. We've got a squad of 30 odd people who have been working so hard this month, and it's all so important. So he's been a big important role. Said before, it's not my place to employ the coach, but Ronnie's been fantastic.
Last question now, please. Usman Khan.
Bet you were brilliant with the ball throughout this test match, and the way you guys ball, it seems like that you well prepared for this series. What do you think about the toss factor in this subcontinent? Do you think that the toss played a factor here in this test match as well?
Yeah, I don't think it's everything, but I think it is important. I think what the toss does, it gives you an opportunity to get ahead of the game, and on wickets that don't offer too much early on in the test match. If you take that opportunity, you can declare and set up a day 5 opportunity for the game. So I think it's a big factor. I don't think it's everything. Even Rawalpindi, we lost the toss, but I felt like if we batted a little bit better, we could have got a first innings lead and really given ourselves a chance to win that test match if the wicket did break up.